Copyright at the Supreme Court again, although this one isn't boring and frustrating like the last one. It's very interesting and frustrating because it involves fair use. This is the original photograph. Of course, it's a photograph of Prince. It was taken in 1981 when Prince was not yet a superstar. It was by Goldsmith, the legendary music photographer. She took it when Prince was not yet famous. He had one hit song at the time, and that was I Want to Be Your Lover of this album. And the use is by Andy Warhol, who of course is also extremely well known. This is his use of the photograph. It was not authorized. And now the copyright belongs to the Andy Warhol Foundation, and they said it was fair use. The Second Circuit said it's not fair use. They said it's not transformative. They didn't impart new meaning into the work, and because they didn't impart new meaning, that Warhol used too much of the photograph for us to consider fair use. So now we're going back to the Supreme Court, all the way up to the Supreme Court, rather, who has done a fair use case this is the third time in the last 30 or so years. There was the Two Live Crew, and most recently Google versus Oracle, which was software. It is very difficult to articulate a standard of fair use that we can apply going forward consistently with other scenarios. The Second Circuit itself is not very consistent about it. For instance, these uses by Richard Prince were found to be fair use of these photographs by photographer Cariou. And then more recently, there was this use of a photograph of Eddie Van Halen, which the Metropolitan Museum of Art used to show just the musical instrument. That was the photograph they used. This was held to be fair use. This was about the same time that the Goldsmith v. Warhol Foundation decision came out. So now it's left up to the Supreme Court. Obviously, they're very smart people, but they don't spend more time thinking and talking about copyright than we do. Will they articulate a standard that we can use going forward? We're probably going to find out like a year from now.